And I'll show you some pictures in a second, but just to compare and contrast, this is out of the fire zone right now. When the sun comes up a little more, you'll be able to see it, but that's all burn scar. A 12-year-old boy is dead after being hit by a car in Aurora earlier today. That's according to Aurora police. It's on I-25 northbound. It's north of exit 204. If we can get out to that CDOT map, you'll be able to see that a tow truck has gotten to the scene. Just a couple seconds ago, actually, I saw about 3 responders walking in between. It's a 50-minute walk to get to this area and a 7-minute drive to get here. So our question to investigators, if it is the body of Trussell, how did she get here? And look, you can kind of see there's 2 layers that this hailstone, or several probably, went through here. It looks like maybe a tinted layer and then that glass layer as well. Solomon had been planning this attack for a year, but waited until his daughter graduated to do it. Now he's facing a slew of charges, including federal hate crime and 16 counts of attempted murder. You can see what's left of the home now. It's essentially a shell. All of that wood that is being put up right now, it's being boarded up by crews that are on scene. Just how big this is, and it's been in my warm palm for a few minutes as well, and it's been an hour or 2 since the storm. But I want to show you just all the damage it did to cars like this one. To be clear, this is not saying that anyone detained should just be let out on bond. It's just making sure, or fighting for the chance that they have that right to ask for bond. If you can see these cones, that's allowing emergency vehicles to get through here. And then just over my shoulder over here, you see 2 Colorado Parks and Wildlife trucks. Maybe 2 minutes ago, someone just walked into this home over my left shoulder, no shoes on, in a hospital outfit with blood on his face.
Hi there.
How you doing?
I'm okay. It's really hot today.
Yeah,
yes, that's me on a Wheat Ridge police officer's body camera.
So listen, I'm Officer Hernandez with the Wheat Ridge Police Department. Just contacting you because somebody called and they worry about you.
And this
Yeah, I'm okay. I have a friend coming.
is a mock welfare check.
Well, I'll hang out with you until then, so that way nothing happens to you.
It was a brief interaction, but a police report still has to be made. And at the start of this month, Wheat Ridge Police joined the list of police departments across the state using AI to get that done.
We don't let the AI dictate everything. There has to be human oversight, and we've built that into our policy here at the department.
Like prompting officers to put in their own details of what happened and generating nonsense sentences throughout the report officers have to correct before they can move forward. Is there any fear that this will become comfortable, where they're not going back and looking at that body cam and there is something wrong?
At the end of the day, every single officer knows that they could be pulled up on a stand and have to testify to any single criminal case or call for service that they respond to.
Some defense attorneys, like Anna Troby, are skeptical.
When there's that level of disconnect and you don't have the direct human connection anymore, I think that just creates a possibility for a whole host of problems.
She says police reports are the backbone of a case, and if artificial intelligence is helping to create them, she fears officers on the witness stand will use it to dodge a question.
Oh, that was the AI that wrote that. That wasn't my perspective.
She says maybe she can use that to poke holes in the prosecution's case, but a commitment to accuracy has to come first.
I think that AI is a great tool, but in this line of work, you're dealing with human beings and you're dealing with people's lives. And if it's you and your rights being impacted, right? Do you want to be that last report that officer is going through and just like typing in whatever they need to?
That's why it took multiple attempts before Officer Hernandez could submit his report.
You guys have a huge responsibility that these are always right.
Yes.
Does this help you feel better about that?
Yes.
It then goes to a supervisor for another look over. Now, this system is funded by taxpayers. Rose says that it's costing the department about $100,000 a year, which for perspective, he says, is about 1% of their total budget.
All right, pancakes, table 6.
To many of us,
Got some syrup. We're going to have to share, but we're all friends. It's cool.
these are just plates of some pretty good-looking pancakes.
There's that for you.
But to the people being served them,
Thank you guys so much for coming in.
it's their first taste of healing.
Coffee for you. All right, there you are.
We all kind of went through the same thing.
T.J. O'Hara and his friend Foster Easton are seniors at Evergreen High School. On Wednesday, a 16-year-old student opened fire inside and outside the building, critically injuring 2 students before shooting himself.
I was pretty shaken up when it happened, just hanging with my buddies and like working through it.
And that's what head chef Josh Work intended.
There's never been a sadness that can't be cured by breakfast food.
A safe place to eat comfort food or grab a cup of coffee, all at no charge to these students.
On the one hand, I'm very happy to see the kids come here and hang out. On the other hand, it's really hard when I see the tears and they're hugging.
Telling the story just helps, yeah, this is what happened. And just that, I don't know, that's helping me move on.
It's good to have other people that understand what you're going through.
And when talking about it gets tough, they won't have to look far for silent support.
We've been gathering as businesses to figure out how we could just bring morale to our downtown and really support the community.
The Downtown Business Association and students placing these signs across the community Friday.
We're really grateful for everything the district and the school and the community's done for us. The response time and everything that has happened the past 48 hours has been really special.
And really clear, the tragedy that happened here doesn't define Evergreen. Instead,
it's a melting pot of really caring people. We'll all be there for each other, but it'll be a long road back.
Yeah, so we know the 13th Amendment, it has a clause essentially saying that slavery or forced labor is legal if it's being used as a punishment for a crime. But in 2018, Colorado voters amended our state constitution, making it forced labor illegal without exceptions. So I want to introduce you to two women. They have two different experiences with the prison system, but they're both explaining to me why they say despite what Colorado voters voted for, nothing's changed. Sarah Bowden is still figuring out what life outside of prison could look like for her.
I was incarcerated for 18 and a half years before being released.
A lot has changed. New presidents, new laws, new iPhones. But what she's trying to navigate is how to take a sick day.
Like if I know I have to be at work, I have to be at work. I have recently started to challenge myself and leave early from work.
Because in prison, she says being sick doesn't matter.
If you don't go to work today, you will get restricted privileges, loss of privileges, or you will go to the hole. Those are the options.
But that's not supposed to be the case anymore. In 2018, Colorado voters passed Amendment A, making Colorado the first state in modern history to end the exception clause in the 13th Amendment, which allowed slavery or forced labor if it was as punishment for a crime. Rhode Island banned involuntary servitude without exception in 1842, and at least 5 other states have followed this lead. Now, a class action lawsuit against Governor Jared Polis and the Colorado Department of Corrections is heading to trial Tuesday. It claims the law has not been put into effect.
In this picture, he was 32. In this picture, he's 35.
I sat down with Stephanie McGuffey, who's slated to testify. Her son Christopher was sentenced to 40 years in prison at just 18. And maybe you feel that anxiety too. I mean, if he doesn't go to work, I don't see him.
Yes.
That's a bad way to have to go through your day, huh?
Yes. I need to put my eyes on my child. Is he thin? Is he frail? Has he eaten? You know, I need to be able to touch him and ask these questions.
Where does the responsibility lie? Who is responsible for making sure this law that Colorado voters passed is being followed?
I think it's the governor. I think it's Governor Polis. He just has to put in place what the voters have decided. Do what the community has asked you to do.
Sarah had a different answer.
Ultimately, it's the Department of Corrections to me. They are responsible for how things go and what the way things are implemented.
So I did reach out to the Colorado Department of Corrections as well as Governor Jared Polis's office. Both of them say they cannot comment on pending litigation, but the state did file a motion to dismiss back in 2022. It's been a long process since this lawsuit has been brought forward.